Welcome back to the 28th episode of the Sketchbook Heroes with me, Ilias.
And me, Robert.
And together we are
The Sketchbook Heroes.
Like Mars attacks.
Don't run. We are your
friends. Pew, pew, pew. I'm Miguel. I know Thomas.
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
They loved 80s cartoons, even with beards and tattoos. You know they haven't changed at all. Filling sketchbooks every night, getting better with each line. Sketchbook heroes, imagination burning. Sketchbook heroes, sketchbook heroes, pick up the sketchbook heroes. They don't seem to have any line. Sketchbook heroes.
As we go.
As we go.
Not alone.
The two of us.
We'll bone. No, we're not doing that.
Yes. Improv.
Didn't we used to say that?
What?
Didn't we used to say that?
Maybe.
Like in the pre episode.
Improv.
I mean the pre episodes.
The pre.
The
Oh,
pre
yeah.
the early episodes.
Maybe.
The
Perhaps.
lost tapes.
All right.
And we're back
And we're back.
for the most exciting episode ever. With me, Ilias,
And me, Robert.
and together we are
The Sketchbook Heroes. No, hero. Oh.
So on this episode, we're going to be talking about talent.
Yeah.
What is it? How
I
do you
don't know.
get it? Where do you buy it?
I don't know.
You know? I'm just going to stick with my answer.
Yeah. No.
So,
Yeah.
yes.
Are we jumping straight into it, or are we talking other stuff?
You want to talk feelings?
I want to talk Spider-Man.
Yes, but this is just a 40-minute
Yeah,
episode,
I
bro.
know.
So if there's time, we can talk about Spider-Man at the end. I saw it twice in one day.
Yeah, you did. I was there one time.
One time of those 2 times.
Yes.
On that day.
I am very
was a
disappointed
very-
in myself for not seeing it more. All right. So what is talent? Yeah.
No. So yeah, why we want to talk about talent, I guess, is because people are throwing it around,
Yeah.
you know, about like anything. If you acquired any type of skill, people will like, oh, talent, you were born with it. Oh my God, America.
Oh my God. Oh
So,
my
yeah.
God.
All right, some Janice in there.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it now.
on,
I'm
man.
feeling the pressure.
Oh
my God.
Chandler.
No, it's too manly. I can't go. I can't go squeaky enough.
I'm too manly. I can't go squeak. Shh. I'll cut that out.
No,
Or keep
no,
it.
you're not. You always say you cut stuff out, but you never do. Like every time, like I'm gonna cut that out, and then you still have that racist joke in there.
It's not racist if it's true. Not just kidding.
It's not racist if it's funny.
And that's why some things never make it.
Yes.
But
Alright.
yeah.
Yeah.
So how many times have you been called talented?
Today,
There you go.
maybe 400, 500 times.
Sweet. Working
Yeah.
as a tattoo artist really.
Yeah. No, it is. I don't know. It feels weird, but you know, you have your paintings behind you where
Yeah,
you
yeah.
work at your workstation, and people look at it and like, "Wow, you're so talented."
Oh my God.
But I can never take it like to heart
Nah, I know.
because I'm like, no, not really. Well, maybe.
No, I
I've
understand.
just practiced a lot.
Yeah, I know, but that's a hard thing to sort of convey, right?
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people, like when they say talent, they see it as something sort of like a compliment, but it's really, really not.
Yeah.
Like you can have an affinity for something, but that doesn't mean that you're going to be good at it later.
No.
Like, because you might, you know, when people are good at something, you take it for granted, like we did. Our first sort of like we started off like, oh, we're going to be really good.
We're on top of our game.
Yeah, and then like we never quit drawing, but it was never the ambition to maybe just do that.
No,
because we were going to be Ninja Turtles. If anyone has listened to like episode
1 to 24,
exactly, the Ninja Turtles career,
or 25 actually, maybe.
Yeah,
or even more. Damn, I'm lost.
Yeah,
but yeah, Ninja Turtles. That was the career move until we realized it wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. When life sort of catches up with you and says like, you will not be a Ninja Turtle.
You're too talented.
You're too talented. Use your talent.
But yeah, now, how are you with taking compliments, by the way?
Depends, really. Like, I know I'm good at drawing, so I can accept a compliment. But it's still like when I don't feel satisfied with a certain piece, then I might have like a bit of trouble getting the compliment. Because there's like work that I can sort of see what people are attracted to. And then there's that red-haired girl that I drew a while back, just like a month ago, that I just like, when people say that's good, I'm like...
You're never going to let it go.
No, I'm not. Because I just showed Yuki it. And I was just like, oh, this garbage, when I was flipping through my sketchbook on the train on my way here.
Of course.
So yeah, that's still a fresh wound in my artistic career.
Yeah, no, and I always go into like defense mode. Like somebody's like, wow, that's really cool. And I'm like, oh, thanks, but.
Yeah.
Always, like, yeah.
I think I'll have to think about that, actually. Now that you've said it, I can think about it again.
Because I promised myself to be better at just accepting like a compliment, saying like, thank you very much.
Yeah, just maybe just sticking with that thank you might be a really good start.
Yeah.
Because you said something to me last time, and when I was on my way home, I was defensive there. Why was I defensive?
Because
and it was,
I told you about your small penis.
Exactly. But then I was like, just embrace it, Robert. Just grab it.
I mean, it fits perfectly in your mouth. You don't even choke on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Going back. No, but last time you told me about the skulls.
Yeah.
And I just processed that on my way home, and I was like, just take it. It was a good advice, and then I started thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I just went back to my pieces and just like, they're a bit protruding and everything, and it's just like...
Yeah, and I didn't mean any offense by it, because it still looks really good, but it was just like, I would think about
exactly. That. And then it struck me on the way home that like, oh, that's actually a pretty good tip. I should have said thanks. You know what I mean? Like,
fuck you too, man.
Yeah. So on when I was here, I was like, oh no, but it was just like a sketch. Who cares what it was? Like, just take the feedback. So yeah, that was my sort of learning from the last episode.
Well, I'm happy you learned something. You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. So talent.
But talent. I have a actual story that involves both of us regarding this.
Really?
Yes. When we were in about 7th, 8th grade, secondary majiggy mid thingy, what it's called. No, like prior to that.
Yeah, that's just normal.
Normal, yeah. 7th grade, who cares?
High school.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Who cares?
7th, 8th grade.
Imagine this. Between 12 and 14, before you just turn 15 and go to upper secondary, whatever.
Yeah, but we're a bit shorter.
Were we really? I think we've been the same like since...
Yeah, since we were 5. Maybe.
So,
yeah, okay,
but
moving
on. We had people that were really good at drawing back then, that we looked up to in that school. And we were like, shit, we're never going to reach this level. And then, the years passed. We were about 20 plus, like early 20s. And we meet up with these, like, or actually this one person in particular. And he was like, oh, I see you guys are still drawing, man. I've just started getting back into it. And he just showed us some of his work. And, I was expecting it to be mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Because I remember.
I remember now, too.
And then when
we're not name dropping, are we?
No, we shouldn't name drop because there's not a compliment.
Oh man!
But it's not something wrong with it either. But it's just that
he is actually getting a lot better.
I know. But he just like he stopped. It was more about partying and being cool, all that jazz. And when we met him and he showed us his work again, and I was like, this is worse than what he did back then, you know, like visually in my mind, how I sort of envisioned him being today. And I was like, this is a level I don't want to compare, but we passed this like so many years ago.
Yeah. I remember that time too now.
And this only happened, like the comparison only happens because I wanted to reach his level at some point.
Yeah.
And didn't sort of take into account that this guy hasn't been, like he was what you would call, he had an affinity for drawing. So everything he sort of wanted to do back then came very easily for him.
And it looked fantastic. Like, I loved his style of drawing.
Same here. He just took whatever he loved and just incorporated in his style. But then again, he sort of took it for granted.
And let it go.
And just let it go.
Yeah.
And he was stuck in that, like, 13, 14-year-old sort of way of drawing.
Yeah.
And years passed, like 8 years.
Yeah.
And then we met up again. And, you know, it's still that same thing. And when 8 years pass, you know, things happen along the way.
Oh, yeah.
So that was like sort of like an eye-opener for me personally. I guess it was for you as well, because I saw how you sort of like, wow, this was not what I expected it to be.
Yeah.
You know, that reaction that we both had. And we were like, oh, that's interesting.
Great. Yeah, nice.
Because, like, I really don't mind people not evolving, but I expected so much from him.
Yeah.
I don't know why he said he hadn't been drawing, but in my head, I just couldn't sort of pull it back, you know.
Yeah. And I don't understand it, too. I mean, if you are that talented, see, I'm using the word now. If you know how to draw that well, why would you stop?
Yeah. But I think it's that thing that you sort of, you don't get to fight for it as much as someone else, like we did.
Yeah.
I really had to learn anatomy. And I remember, like, wherever my parents took me to, you know, like, boring sort of parent stuff, they were like, oh, we're going to go to this uncle and other person that you don't really care for. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll just bring, like, a ton of paper. You know, the clipboards that we used to have?
I still have them.
And just my How to Draw Comics, whatever the fuck it was called, that book. It's not The Marvel Way. It's another one.
The Kung Fu one?
No. I had one just before that. I don't remember what that was called. That was earlier.
I don't remember.
We've talked about it. I even name dropped it earlier episode.
You met, was it with the... No, sorry.
No.
I'm getting confused.
Fuck it. It's a book.
Yeah.
And I just studied the anatomy of sort of like how he sort of explained it in that book. It wasn't like perfect, but it was good enough to get me started.
And I just copied you, and that's how I learned.
So that was it. And I did it like... When I think back, I'm like, oh, I didn't do that much, but I did tons. Like, I remember when I'm looking after, like, page after page after page.
No, I remember looking at those too. Like, we're talking thousands of just small little anatomy studies.
Yeah, little characters. And I was just trying to sort of get the muscles right, and I still struggle with that. Like, because I dropped the ball on that one at some point, you know.
No.
But, I mean, it's... You have to do that. Like, it doesn't matter what affinity you have for anything. If you don't sort of keep it up, it's going to suck eventually, you know, like, you're just going to take it for granted. You're not going to fight for it. Your affinity is not going to lead you anywhere. You have to sort of do something with it.
So that's what we're saying.
So that's what we're saying, yeah.
It's not being talented. It's having a drive and working hard.
I think that is what the talent is.
Yeah.
The talent
not
is you
quitting.
Exactly. You want it that bad. You know, like, you can't see you living your life without doing that one thing over and over and over and over and over until you're sort of like, just master it.
It feels like talent is a word that's being used by people that think they don't have it and they're not willing to work hard enough to get to that level. So they say, no, I don't have the talent, or I'm not talented enough. Instead of just working harder and becoming better. I can see a lot of people out there listening now going crazy and maybe writing hate mails to us now.
Yay!
I hope
mail.
so.
Yeah, we love it.
So please
engagement.
But yeah, so, and I think a lot of you guys listening might be in the same position as our friend that we mentioned. Having,
the missionary.
You know.
No.
Really? Is that a thing again?
I don't know.
No.
It was boring. It's just
reverse cowgirl. Yeah. No. See, this is not good. Dude, I'm getting dizzy.
Yeah, I totally lost you.
It is very hot in here. What the fuck was I saying?
I don't remember.
Yeah, no, people sitting at home, being in the same position as our good friend that we mentioned, having drawn in an early stage of their life, probably a lot, just like we did, and then stopped because of either drinking a lot or other abusive beteenden.
Yeah, or just like
Things.
finding other sort of distractions. 'Cause
Hobbies,
distractions
stuff.
is, yeah.
Yeah. And then trying to get back into it again. And yeah, well, so what we're saying is talent is a make-believe word. It's like fairies.
No, but the thing is, it's like the gymnastic kids on YouTube right now that are like 4 years old and they can do more tricks than we ever could sort of in 10 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're so talented.
They're so talented. They didn't actually get bereaved of their childhood
No,
by their
not at
parents
all.
to train gymnastics.
No.
So it's all about time investment, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, still, like if you put two people that are different within the same time frame, they probably will get like they will probably reach different levels, but they will both get better.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like you can't do something that you love a lot and not get better.
No.
Like,
I mean, that is impossible.
yeah.
If
And
you work at it, you
Yeah.
are going to get better.
the person that I think will get better the fastest is the person that sort of works the smartest. It's not about like, oh, I did 1 million sketches.
No.
The other person maybe just did 10,000, but he did them in a smart way
Yeah.
and learned more from them.
Yeah.
So it's mostly how you sort of, I think, approach it. Some people have, you know, maybe someone in their life that's sort of like, oh, you should do it like this. And it'll probably, or you can learn from them. Like some of the mistakes and pitfalls, instead of trying to like invent the wheel over and over for every single
Yeah.
mistake or, you know, whatever.
Exactly. And this is different for everybody. I mean, we're not sitting here saying that we have the special key to locking up,
Nope.
you know, the hidden talent within you. That's all on you.
Yeah, that's pay extra
Yeah, exactly.
feature.
Yeah, we're going to have that on our Patreon.
Yeah, YouTube Red, where you can buy that secret. Bazillion dollars.
Yes. But yeah, so just keep working. Don't blame talent or think you have or don't have it or whatever. So don't throw that term around, I think.
Yeah, I think trying to spread that to non-art people, that talent, oh, you're so talented, because it sort of takes away, like all those hours I didn't go out with friends or, you know, like did stuff
Yeah.
that I spent sort of alone, which is kind of sad, but not. You
It's
know, like-
very sad.
Okay, very sad. Imagine like violins playing, like sad Russian streets. I don't know.
Yeah.
That type of music.
Snow.
Yeah, exactly.
Elias has no shoes walking
Of
around.
course, trying to sell drawings.
Yes.
But
Holding- looking into windows,
Yeah.
looking at people eating or drawing.
together,
good
drawing
stuff.
together. But it sort of takes away all of the sort of hours that you spend doing something like this. You really want the recognition for the time spent behind the scenes as well. You
Yeah.
know, like I don't need someone to tell me that, oh, you did a lot of good work like that, but I don't want them to sort of like mash it into talent,
Yeah.
because it's
But-
not really.
But then again, I mean, a lot of people are probably going to say that because, I mean, some people are more easily accessible, or fuck, I can't talk today.
Accessible? What
Well,
do
like
you
they
mean?
learn easier. Is what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying.
that's the affinity. Like
So-
you have an affinity for
Yeah.
this certain thing.
And I think that's what people get confused with
Yeah.
the talent. So just bringing it back, just in case we've lost somebody along the way. That's sort of what we're saying. Talent is not something you're born with, but some people learn easier or just understand stuff easier. Well, like me and Ilias, I mean, we can't draw horses. We can draw a lot of other stuff, but try and make us draw a horse, it looks like shit. But
Yeah.
some people just understand how a horse works and looks like, and they can draw the shit out of a fucking horse.
Yeah, and we could too if we just spent the time studying horses.
Exactly.
So if I spend, I can promise you, if I spend 1 month just drawing horses every day.
You would be.
I'm gonna be pretty good at horses.
Then you'd be really talented.
What? Yeah.
Talented horse.
So the thing is with talent is it's just something that we all sort of like. No matter what we do, it can be sports. Like I didn't have affinity for martial arts, and I would say I'm pretty good at
Kicking.
martial arts right now, even without doing it. Like I grew it, and like I didn't have an affinity for it. I just wanted to do it enough that I developed some sort of physical, like you get to know your body and you
The
learn
understanding.
To do, yeah. But some people that I started training with, they just fucking nailed it immediately. They could do the high kicks, they could do the fucking splits, everything.
Thanks,
Yeah. Wow.
Sorry, my ego just taken over.
But you know what I mean? Like, there are some people that are real good at sports. Some people can pick up a guitar and sort of like learn 3 songs immediately.
Yeah.
But if they don't work on it, it's not going to lead them anywhere.
No.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So you can have an affinity for something, but you have to be...
You still have to work on it.
You have to work on it. Yeah, exactly. So everyone has an affinity for something.
Yeah.
It's just like if you find it and you brush up on... Like, you can be good at stuff you don't like. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
You
You don't
can be-
know.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know. Like, you could be a really fast runner, but you hate running.
Or you could be amazing at hacky sack. Nobody knows.
And that would be sad because...
Yeah, because hacky sack.
Hacky sack.
I don't even know where that came from.
I don't know. I'm just saying like those teenage movies from back in the 90s.
Hacky sack. Jesus. Yeah.
Good, good.
So yeah, talent. That's what we have to say about talent, people.
Yeah.
So please, like, stop referring to it as talent if you can, and just be good at it.
And I can actually, I have a, oh shit, what do you call it? I do a lot of things, as you may know. Like I run the business, I work 8 hours, I do the podcast with you, I draw for myself, I draw for freelance clients. And when it comes to all that, people are like, oh, you're so fucking driven. That's awesome. That's a compliment.
Yeah.
But just if everyone would just say, oh, you do so many things, you're so talented, we just barf. You know, like, I understand the compliment you're trying to give, but you're not considering the hard work behind it.
Yeah. Because saying that somebody's talented is pretty much saying that you haven't worked on it and you're just born that way.
With it. Yeah, exactly.
Born this way. Really? It had to come.
Yeah, totally.
At some point. Yeah. I think I sang the wrong lyrics too.
I see what you were trying to do, but
Yeah.
it's just like, is that the melody? Is that everything?
I wanted to do the Lady Gaga song,
Oh, really?
but I don't remember how it goes.
I don't remember.
How does it go, Anna? Do you know the song? Lady Gaga?
Which one?
The one about talent.
Yeah.
I want your talent, and you and me could have a
Talent show.
The Maybelline
The Maybelline.
commercial. Maybe she's born with it.
Oh yeah, that's also.
No, that might be
Maybe
It is born with it.
Lady Gaga.
Maybe it's Maybelline. Or maybe she's born with it. Baby, we were born. Yeah. Okay. We're just. This is escalating.
We're not doing anything.
We're not doing anything.
This is your show. This is your talent
This is
show.
my thing. Yeah.
Good times. Good times in the Sketchbook Hero's house.
The house. Yeah. So, as you people might understand, this is summer holidays, so we are really whimsical and spinny in the head and tired and just want to go on vacation. And
Yeah, we're making these like 40, 50-minute episodes.
And we're
Yeah.
sorry if you guys think they're a little bit too short, but we are really short on time. So this is like, at least you're getting something. So just
We're getting some sad episodes now.
yeah,
But we're just
super
trying to make
sad.
them, like a bit more focused. Not as much bullshit in between, which I know you love.
Yeah,
Like, you,
everybody hates bullshit. No,
except our bullshit.
we're the best bullshitters out there.
Exactly. We pack it really nicely.
We've got a talent for bullshit.
Boom.
There we go.
That's just a talent. I haven't worked on it. It comes natural.
It's just there.
I'm just an asshole. It's fine.
Yeah.
was
Looking
like-
like one doesn't mean you are one, Elias.
But so much bullshit that comes out of this asshole.
Like way too many puns now. So good. But
But
bullshit,
bullshit comes out
Yeah.
of this asshole.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, yeah. You're all welcome.
Yes. So
Shit, son.
shit. Yeah.
So, moving on. So, yeah. Try to not school people around you, but sort of try to show people. Because I know that in a lot of interviews and stuff, where non-artists are interviewing artists that have talent. That was like within quotation marks, of course.
Bunny ears.
Bunny ears. They've also come to know. I don't know where we picked that up.
I
I don't know. But fuck it. Bunny ears, yeah, within bunny ears. Try to tell people, like, no, I actually spent like a fuck ton of hours by myself or, with other alone people drawing. So just like try to get the appreciation for the work that you put in for your talent.
Yeah.
And this all ties back into the episodes about getting paid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I was actually thinking the exact same thing.
Because that is, like, no matter how... We've talked about it twice, about getting paid. The
Yeah.
moolah. Maybe 3 times even, and just sort of touched up on it.
Plus, we like saying moolah.
Yeah, we're like... Cash flow, bitches.
Yeah, the moolah.
The moolah. The moolah rouge. The worst. That's a dad joke. I'll just take
man.
that back.
That was a granddad joke. That was so bad.
From when he used to work with hookers. When grandpappy. Okay, yeah, just fucking- but yeah,
That escalated quickly.
we're just gonna laugh half this episode away, and then we're like, oh, that was the end of Sketchbook Hero.
Yes.
But yes,
yeah.
to tie it back into the money thing that we've talked about, you spend so many years of your life trying to get good at it. So once you can do the job in 50 minutes, you should fucking get paid for that. Like,
Yeah.
who else except Kim Young-gi that we mention every now and then can draw that fucking fast?
It's insane. Have you seen the stuff he's been posting lately?
Yes, let's not talk about him.
Fuck.
Fucking, the only artist that gives me sort of...
Like, my stomach hurts when I look
Yeah,
at him.
when I see it, and he just freehands
Yeah.
it. He doesn't even fucking sketch it out. I'm
Like he does,
motherfucker.
you can, what is it, 1 minute you can film
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Instagram.
on Instagram, yeah.
And it's like he's doing one-of-a-kind original sketches in people's books.
Yeah.
Like, instead of signing them, he's drawing. And I think he's doing like 5 or 6 within that minute.
But isn't that sped up?
No.
Really?
Well, the ones that I've seen now this week,
No, maybe. Yeah, I saw them as well, like the white ones.
it's insane.
Okay, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
let's-
rewatch them with that in mind and just get crushed.
Yeah.
No, but he's amazing. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you have that sort of ability that you sort of worked on for that long,
Or mental illness.
yeah, or mental illness, whatever the fuck
Helps.
is your drive, you get paid for that shit. You know,
Fuck
like,
yeah.
and the faster you can do a job, the more you should be fucking paid for it.
Exactly. And
Because
this is something that we're telling Johan in the studio. Because he's so fucking fast and he's so extremely good.
yeah,
And he's still really fucking cheap. Like, we take the same amount of money an hour.
Don't
yeah.
be a cheap whore.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we keep telling him. So, no, he needs to take a lot more money because, like, that shit
Yeah, that
is
is-
insane.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, just saying. I know he's not listening, so I can say whatever I want.
Johan, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really important, I think, to value the time that you've spent on something. Because some people go to school, and they invest time there.
Yeah.
They should get paid. You
course.
invested, maybe you didn't go to school. Maybe you went partly to school and then worked. Like a lot of the, like you spend your life doing this. So it means that you're sort of wasting life doing this.
Yeah.
So that's why you should get paid. So if you have kids like me, for example, I just add that as part of the equation as
yeah.
well. I'm like, if you're gonna fucking have me do this job,
Yeah. You're
And-
taking time away from them,
Yeah.
from yourself. Like,
it's all those things. Because I already have jobs.
Yeah.
Like I don't need the freelance work.
Exactly.
I just do it because I think it's fun to work with some companies that I like.
Yeah.
So it's really just
It's a
yeah.
part of your life that you're giving away to somebody.
exactly.
I keep telling my customers this too, like, because I mean, it's a tattoo, and some people don't realize how special it is, but it is
Yeah.
actually like a part of my life going on to this person's body for the rest
Yeah.
of their life. It's like, it's so incredible when you take a step back and just look at what the fuck you're doing. It's insane. And drawing portraits or drawing whatever you do, same thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's a part of your life. The time. Like,
That's what I
you're
mean.
not getting it back.
Yep.
It's
It's
like
lost there.
Like, seriously.
And that's why I don't do portraits, because
Crazy.
I know that the time I would like to invest in them is not going to be the same sort of thing that anyone's going to pay me for. When I work with companies, they're like, okay, we're going to compensate you because you're putting time on this, and we understand why you're charging the way you charge. But you know, when I work with people that I know, friend prices or like friend discounts, whatever you want to call them,
Yeah.
that shit, I'll never get that time back. Like, and when I say friends, I mean acquaintances. The people that write to you on Facebook only when they want.
Something.
Like, hey, how you doing, man? Long time ago. And you're like, okay, this is a portrait, a logo, or some other shit for their stuff.
I would say the other way around. Probably logo first.
Yeah, logo first,
Yeah.
portrait, or some sort of, like, oh, I'm starting this YouTube channel, and whatever.
Yeah.
But, and they're like, oh, you charge that much? It's just like 500 crowns, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That thing. I don't appreciate that.
500 crowns is what I spend on my Adobe suite every month.
Every month. Yeah, exactly. That's just that one thing.
Yeah, just for having the program.
Yeah.
Think about that. You fucktards. Seriously.
No, because that's people. No, but I understand. Like, people don't have the insight for it. But it's also sort of like you, me, all the sketchbook heroes out there. We need to school these people. Like, teach them the way. Like, because not everyone is sort of what do you call it? They haven't ordered art from someone or commissioned someone before, and then it's up to us to sort of like, oh, well, this is why I charge the way I do. If you can't do it, then maybe we shouldn't do this, like, because it's not going to be worth my time, and then it's probably going to ruin whatever friendship we have if that's that type of gig.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people that were like, oh, but I thought we were friends in the past. Like,
and they take it
like,
personally straight away.
And I charged like, what was it, like 3,000 for a logo?
And that's nothing.
For reals, that's nothing. And that was back when, like, but they still use the logo. You saw it. You saw it driving around.
Yeah.
So I don't really, like, if it's gonna enhance your business,
exactly,
it might be worth it.
Yeah, and same with people not wanting to pay for tattoos. Same.
Because I recently got a logo request. Like,
really?
Hey, man, how's it going with starting up your company? Need some work? I'm also starting a company. Logo? You know, I was like, no, dude, I don't do logos. Like, I've come so far that I can choose not to do logos. Because logos aren't that fun.
No.
Like, for me, at least. Some people are fucking awesome at logos.
Yeah. And way to go. But no, that's not really my my cup of tea either. Like, I can still do them, but
I can do them if I
it's reluctantly.
Yeah.
So mostly it's me being forced into a position where I have to do them.
Oh, okay, yeah, I don't have that forced position. I've become, like, I think like, if you're gonna take anything away from this episode, take away the ability to say no. Work on that. Always, like, I can't tell you how rewarding it is when you sort of see this shitty gig, you want to say yes, and you want to say no to it because you sort of want the money, but you don't want to do the work for it because it's not worth it.
Yeah.
And then when you say no, the relief that comes with it.
Oh, yeah.
Because every time you say yes to a shitty job,
You just,
oh, yeah, exactly. Your testicles sort of like just go into a clinch, you know?
Exactly.
Like, the anxiety that comes with that job, you're not getting paid enough, you're going to iterate on it for too long, they're going to hate.
And you're going to drag it out forever. You're going to wait until the absolute last second to do it.
And they're going to sort of, like, be on you, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just that, man.
No, I don't work that way. Like,
and how many times have you done that? Like...
Yeah.
Well, I
way,
as well.
Way
too many. Yeah, right? So once I have the chance to, like, when you get fed up, you get to a certain point in your career where you're like, you know what? Fuck you. fuck your job, fuck your logo, fuck the being that is you. Just like crawl back into that hole where you came from, because you get so fed up. Trust me. And it doesn't have that doesn't have to be your worst client. It just has to be that last client that pisses you off for not really appreciating. And that comes down to us.
Yeah.
It's really our own fault for accepting that bullshit, because they don't know better, or most of them don't know better.
And that's the thing. Like, it sounds like we're trashing the people now. We're trashing ourselves.
Yep.
Like, we're just angry at ourselves for putting ourselves in that fucking position. So it's no offense to anybody if any of you find people who actually have wanted a logo from us at some point. Really sorry. But yeah, no, we now you might understand why you got the no. Yeah. But nothing personal at all. It's
Not
just us being divas and not needing, your 500 crowns.
Another thing to tie into that is
Spider-Man.
no, fuck, you lost me.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
What the fuck was it? It was really helpful. God damn it. It's something that we've mentioned before.
Say no.
Yes, say no was the thing we just said. Oh, yeah. But like we talk about in the episode about making money off of your art, is that like we need to be the backbone in our freelance business. Like you have to have, like, this is how I do the money part. This is what I deliver. This is how I deliver it. And this is what is expected of you as the sort of the commission dude.
Commissioner Gordon.
Commissioner Gordon. That's exactly what I thought about.
Of course.
But yeah, but as a client, this is what I expect from you. And this is how like the business works. If you have that on every person and you make that clear in the beginning, trust me, you won't have the hassle that you've been having. So listen to how to make money off of your art, whatever the fuck that episode is called, number...
Somewhere between
1 and 27. There you go. Hey, it's the one with something money.
Yeah.
It's one of the most listened episodes.
Is it how to get paid?
How to get paid. Yeah, that's the one. For your art or something. There's art in it somewhere. The art of getting paid.
Yeah.
Boom. That's the one.
Number 15 or something.
I don't know.
Somewhere in the middle.
Just check it out. It has a lot of valuable tips. And while you're listening to that episode, listen to the other one about sort of how to do freelance something.
We're good at this.
Way earlier than that.
Speaking of talent.
You see,
where did it go?
Exactly. So what we're saying is, if you don't work on it, it's going to be shit.
Yeah.
No matter the affinity.
Vacation time.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Instagram, YouTube.
Yes.
Facebook, sketchbookheroes.com will take you everywhere.
Yes.
All the links are there. So, but if you want like some sexy, more personal stuff, check out Ilias Patlis on Instagram.
And Robert Ekblom Art on Instagram.
Yeah, that was good. Good times. Have an awesome vacation.
Yes.
Hope you get sunburned. Woo!
And get drunk. Woo! We're out, bitches.
Yeah! Desperados!